Hello and good afternoon. Welcome to Benoni, South Africa for the 10th and final match of the Southern Africa T20 Cup qualifiers. Eswatini taking on Mozambique. It's a neighborhood clash.
Well, we're down here in the middle, final match of the Southern Africa Cup. But let's just focus on a few things. One is there were some indentations this morning, but the other important thing is the rough here. So it's more, from the bowlers follow through. So just a little bit of rough there. I don't think it's going to really come into play. So that's all from me out in the middle, Aslam. It's an absolute beauty. We down in the middle for the final game of the Southern Africa Cup. I've got the two captains with me. It's Mark Seegers from Mauritius and Adil Butt from Eswatini. It's a hit.
We're going to have a bat this afternoon. I think the boys are obviously looking to have a big win, so they're going to come hard. I think if we get a good total on the board, we put some pressure on them to come in later, and hopefully we can get it done.
So first of all, we have to be a must win, and after we have to see our best playing 11 we have. So we're going to do the win only first thing. After we're going to see for the run rate.
Mauritius have won the toss and they've decided to bat first.
And perhaps it's just about playing for pride and playing for the nation.
Two standing umpires, Ger van Wyk and Alicio Chitsonzo.
Adil Butt, the captain, has tried and tried and tried, but just the 2 wickets for him in this tournament.
And Mauritius have had quite a break after their first three matches, in fact. And hopefully they're prepared well enough for this particular encounter. Stephen Brown, he's 29. But a movement there for Adil.
Yeah, that's what he was searching for with the first ball.
Now he advances down the track, and just good to see that there's movement on offer off the pitch. That's better. He's got it closer to the stumps. He's produced an absolute jaffa of a delivery. David Steedle, top score of 10. Can he improve that? Mangoba Jele. You said it's so good. He'll be a lot more effective. That's better. And that's a good shot. And that's the first boundary. And it comes off the bat of David Steedle.
Yeah, that's a cricket shot. When there's timing, when there's width on offer, almost didn't move and just used his hands and his bat. Bat speed beautifully.
And that's a top shot. It's going towards that deep backward point boundary, and it's a very good stop by Landman. He gets there in time. The umpires will probably have a look at this again.
That's not it.
Well, Tian, in fact, was the fellow with the injury the other day, but keep an eye on the shadow. We're not too sure. He'll inform the standing umpire, and there's confirmation. So the knee did touch the rope.
Oh, it's in the air. It's a leading edge.
Well played. Now he's gone over the top with it, and that's exactly what I was talking about. But again, not a full flourish. So the intent was there, but then the intention is not supported by the real weight under that. That's a lot more like it. He's given it a bit more of power behind that particular stroke. They've run through for 3. Straight ball. This is where David does like it, and he'll get the boundary and end a very profitable over. They're 24 for no after 3.
Yeah, poor delivery. Short, not a lot of pace behind it.
That's where he likes it, and he'll punish you. Well played, David. Both sides are going to profit from runs. That takes the score to 27.
Not with that pace, not that length with that pace. It sits up and it is dealt with accordingly. He immediately looks as his captain. Spin for the first time today inside the power play.
And that's what he does. He starts wide outside the off stumper, thick inside edge, runs away to that vacant mid-wicket boundary. So even a miscued shot, if it finds the gap, runs away.
And because the ball is turning into the right-hander, the fielder at gully area shouldn't perhaps just come over to the leg side.
So much of turn. That's unbelievable. That's a reasonably good over. The one boundary spoiled it. So 40 without loss after 5. Brown advances down the crease. You could see he was just setting himself up for the big shot. There's certainly an opportunity to take chances, score the boundaries, and after the power play, when you have all 10 wickets in hand, you've got to start favouring yourself to post a good score.
On the back foot, for the man was that short extra cover. Worth an effort. Unfortunately, the ball gets there first. 4 more. 27 of 18, David.
Come on, boy, once. Come on, boy.
This is a slow delivery outside off stump. Worth and gets a whole lot of that.
Mohammed Amin is the new bowler. Bowling change beginning of the 7th over. Well caught. That was really well caught. He's almost hung his bet out to play it late. 53 for 1.
A strangle, the worst possible way. But a wicket is a wicket nonetheless. Mohammed Amin starting with a delivery wide down the leg side, and what a take. That is an effort and a half behind the stumps.
Christopher Erasmus with a 32 in their first outing, and I think it was a key performance with the bat from him because they eventually managed to pull off a win there.
Oh, wide again. That's it. That's a better delivery.
Dion!
Tentativeness, and there's a run out.
As we've seen throughout the tournament with most of the teams, and the best batsman in this lineup has been run out.
Yeah, and we did speak about the fitness levels of Mauritius because we saw a lot of this on day one. The opening match, lots and lots of run-outs, miscommunication, and really running between the wickets is an attitude thing, is a fitness thing, it's a willingness thing. Pretty disappointing with the start that they've had. And that's their second wicket, 56 for 2. Hussain. There's flight, there's an appeal at square leg. And we'll go upstairs. There's the line, it belongs to the umpire. Retrieved by the wicket keeper, and it's a brilliant stumping. Fantastic camera work as well. There it is again. It's because of the flight, it's deceived in the air, and so that front foot comes forward, dragging the back foot. The head is facing north, and cleanly taken by the wicket keeper. There it is. That's the third. Hussain, a 3-ball duck. Mauritius 57 for 3. Short. Can he pitch it again? Oh, yes, he does. 2 in 2. Causes troubles. And so Hitesh says, you know what? Let me just go to the non-striker's end.
Mohammed Alamgir. 2 matches.
Off the edge. It's going to race away to the boundary.
Yeah, that's a lovely little late cut. It's just allowed the ball to come and past him. Look how late he's played this. Nice, beautiful. He knows the third man's up, and he's just run that down off the face of the bat. See where that ball went.
Lovely. That is an excellent cricket shot. It will always be an excellent cricket shot if it lands in that area. Through the covers for 4.
Yeah, it's a full toss, and he's driven it. You still got to put it away and still got to find the gap. He did that excellently.
Bowl him. Hitesh, if it's straight you miss it, you're going to pay the price. So Alamgir will be very satisfied. He's finally got his name in the wickets column. Hitesh out for 10.
Attempted a little lap around the corner, short little pedal sweep, and moved too far across. Exposed all 3 of his stumps.
Craig Warren comes to the middle. 15 gone, 99 for 4. That's the strength of Brown's game, and he gets his 5th boundary.
That's a beautiful stroke, really is. Got either touch on the full side as Jelle. Generally been bowling into the surface, shorter lengths because of his height, banging it into the surface. This one he gets it a touch full.
That's good cricket by the captain. Bowl him. He's obviously made up his mind that it is the closing stages. They've had a reasonable start. Warren out for 4.
So Craig Warren plays across this one. Or is he trying to hit it over the leg side? Straight delivery. It's just the angle. Basically, ball coming through, get through the bat and pad, and crashes into the timber.
Mark Seegers will do, the captain, because he's come on with a broken finger. He's got it strapped and has decided to actually take the responsibility and play, take the risk and play with that fractured finger. Down the leg side, comes off the heel of Seegers, and they run through for 2.
Oh. Has an opportunity here. Great effort, great, brilliant. Dived in front of him, tried to get hands under it, but just couldn't manage. That is a brilliant effort from Tarun.
It's an area we've seen early on in the tournament which he favors. He plays it with the turn on offer, and a very good attempt. This is lofted over the top by Brown. He does favor that stroke, plays it very effectively, even from early part in the innings. That's a good straight hit, well over the bowler, and in fact it's gone over the boundary for 6.
I don't have guns. 4 runs, 1 bounce into the boundary.
Short ball into the body, it's up in the air, it's a real good hit. Unfortunately, the fielder unable to get under that one. I thought for a moment that will clear the boundary, but another chance gone, and the captain looks pretty aggrieved.
And allowed it to bounce. He should have tried and definitely get his fingers under it, or at least get under the ball quicker. Now here he goes. He's running away from the ball. You can see he's not moving towards the ball. He should have been running straight towards where the ball was coming or going to land.
Well bowled. He's deserved this wicket. He's tried very hard. A catch dropped in this over, and the captain has removed the dangerous Brown. But he's played beautifully for his 55. 128 for 6.
This is so well bowled. It's a Yorker crashing into off stump, and at this stage of the innings, that is the perfect delivery to bowl.
They've now been told that they have to have 5 fielders in the inner ring. So easy pickings for the batsman. Seegers picks up the boundary over the top on the offside.
Very important. Now this is an area where Chele is most likely to get hit, in my opinion, because he does bowl short and wide. Generally, we've seen a lot of deliveries yesterday as well as today, short and wide. Very likely to get hit here. And
bowl him. Jele's got a wicket. Seegers looking for the big hit over the mid-wicket region.
Toba Jele, beauty. Straight and full. Seegers goes for 19 of 14. The skipper, 138 for 7. There we go. Nice and straight and full. Even if he does make contact, chances are he can only hit that down the ground.
Nanish Sharma, wicketkeeper batsman, has played 2 matches, has got the 16. That was towards the end of their previous match. Jele untrusted with the last over, and he's picked up a wicket. Can he pick up another?
Looking for 2. Finesh powers off. Head down. He's running. Wonderful running. Brilliant.
Oh, this is a healthy top edge. It's running away towards the boundary. There is a fielder covering this. Throw comes in. They take the 2 runs, and that will end the innings on a very respectable 142 for 7. Although at one stage we felt 160 was on the cards, given a fantastic start in the first 6 overs. 142 for 7 after 20.
Stephen Brown, the standout there. Bowled Adil eventually. 55 of 49. He held the innings together. He was the glue. 28 at the top of the order for Stedo. Then 10 for Hitesh Rao. 19 for Mark Seegers, the skipper of 14 deliveries. 142 for 7. These are the partnerships. 53 for the first one. Then they lost 2 more quick wickets after that. There was a 37 between Hitesh and Brown, and then 21 between Mark Seegers and Brown. The bowling card, Adil Butt, the skipper, 2 for 24, and 1 apiece for Chele, Umar Kasim, Muhammad Amin, and Muhammad Alamgir.
Eswatini, having scored 142 in their 20 overs, have a target of 143 that they are posed with to try and pick up their first win.
Don't panic, okay? Come on, make it home, man.
Seeger's just giving his charges a chat there, just making sure that he keeps them all focused and concentrated for the next 20 overs. So Adil Butt and Mohammed Amin are the two openers.
Nuwan Prasad, on the very last day, he is coming over the wicket to the right-hander.
They need to be very, very exact in their shot selection. There are boundaries. This time he does play the pull shot. He gets the gap. The ball's rolling away. Fielder after this will just about get to it in time. He's done really well, David Steddle. He's given it a real purposeful chase, and the opening runs for Eswatini.
Because
And
he
he's
does
got
that. He castles him. He brings the angle, he brings the left arm quickness, and he gets the middle stump. Mohammed Amin, the first wicket to fall. Just the 3 runs off the 4 deliveries, and here it is. If you've got a left armer, give him the new ball, give him the first over, and that's what he does.
Just talking about holding its line. That's exactly what he does. So Tarun Sandip.
Hitesh Rao.
And now he has a chance to just get himself on the board again. The captain hits this one over the top and then just falls into the thicker edge, or the thicker grass in the deep, and they'll run through for 2. Oh, and was this a chance?
Better line. Airborne for a while, but it struck beautifully through the gap. It was all about timing and placement for 4.
5 days, 10 matches between the 5 countries, 182 boundaries.
Through the covers, airborne for a while, but it will be safe enough to get to the boundary.
Yeah, he slices his bat across the stroke. Just about what is required per run, per ball.
Oh, this is
And
just
then
driven beautifully down the ground with a lot of surety and assertiveness.
Over pitching to Adil.
Rate required. Just below 7 and over. Airborne. Doesn't even bother going after it, Seger's the captain. 1 bounce, 4 runs.
Cross-bedded hit over the top. It's come off the middle of the bat. It carried all the way through, almost all the way for 6, just short of that boundary. So good firm hit.
Airborne, throwing everything at it. Adil Butt, leading from the front, is the captain. Moves on to 23 of 12. It's 35 for 1.
The important thing is the hands are firm, so he's getting enough of bat onto that. Even that, although it sliced off the bat, it may have turned in his hand, but there's a good backswing, as you see there, and a follow through, and that's the key. In the early overs, that's how you pepper the boundaries.
Oh yeah, that's big. That is big. Mid-wicket boundary for 6.
Pretty deliberate in all of the strokes that he's played. It's been a good innings. He rushes to 29 of 13. His strike rate is 223, 4 4s and 1 6.
Short,
Again.
and there it is again. It's Adil Butt. This time around, it's 4 runs.
So is Seegers even thinking about this, or is he rattled more than the bowler? They need to just slow things down somewhat. They keep the slip going, and once again it goes into that vacant area, and that'll be another boundary. What an over this has been. 4 4 6 wide, 4 and 4, and that brings up the 50. And they now all set for the best power play score, with still 2 overs remaining after this.
Sets himself up. He's keen on that front foot, and so he clears it and plays it with a cross bat. Hitesh, final ball. It's been a long and big over. Adil Butt, 6 runs. That is a productive over. 29 off it. 56 for 1.
So spin for the first time. Now he plays across the line, does Tarun. What have they got in store? Starts the over again with a 4. The previous over was started with a boundary being hit, and this is exactly the way to put the pressure on the opposition. That takes Eswatini to 60. Makes
Through
room,
the gap,
finds the gap.
and it's 4 on the back foot.
190th 4. Nabil has been beautifully put away. Just makes room, backs away. Watch that back foot. And that gives him room to just swing his arms.
Full toss. There's no one down there. He has to make the long voyage to go retrieve it. That's 4 more.
When one of your batsmen, especially the captain leading from the front, does the right stuff, that deserved to be hit. It was a waist-height full toss, and he's dealt with it beautifully. Into the attack.
Adil. Looking for 2. Is he looking for 2? Is he looking for his 50? His partner says, yes, you deserve it. No matter what happens this afternoon, what you have done, you have raised your bat with pride. Didn't even celebrate, Adil Bhatt. Adil Bhatt! It's in the air, it's long, it's at cow corner, and it's taken. He sets himself up beautifully. They were searching and searching, they were under pressure, and they found the breakthrough. An excellent catch out in the deep.
Short delivery, deserved to be pulled, but you notice there wasn't too much of bounce in that particular delivery, so he had to get under this one. But what a well-judged catch. That's a pressure catch, given the fact that Adil has been batting so beautifully. So Hussain completes a good catch. Vinesh Bhai is amongst the wickets. 50 of 22, 72 for 2.
Hujafa will need to take a page out of the Bhatt book this afternoon.
Starts with a flighted delivery outside the off stump. Now, what's important with that stat? This tends to happen when you're sitting there all padded up, thinking you're going to come at number 4 or 5, and then the captain says, I want you in. Then you've got to get your thought processes going very quickly. Nabil in again. He makes contact, and a good catch taken. Seegers on the end of that particular one. Nabil strikes. The 2 spinners have somehow managed to just draw things in for the Mauritian team, and they've picked up their 3rd.
That is the sound of 2 quick wickets for Mauritius. It's the spin that's working, and it's the hands of their fielders well prepared. At point is the captain, body everything behind it, and make sure that they do in fact pick up their 2nd. Mangoba Chele, forget the best runs that he's ever had, forget that strike rate, forget the average. The captain and the coach know something.
I can't remember who the teams were playing because 2 months of all of that becomes a little too much.
There he is.
It's a good straight
Bang, 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 Mauritius. It's a first ball duck for Mangoba Chele. It's Mauritius who are turning it up this afternoon in Benoni.
Hussain has taken 2 fine catches, both pressure catches, 73 for 4.
What is going on, Eswatini? It is a beautiful delivery, flighted delivery, inviting what was inevitable. Jele was sent out there to go for the big shots. What a catch. And now we are well into the middle order of Eswatini.
Hat-trick ball to put the batsman under more pressure.
Down on one knee. Taran Sandeep. 1 bounce, 2nd bounce, and it's 4 more. They're still ahead of the game. I need to believe Eswatini. You saw how rattled they were, Mauritius, about 15 minutes ago. That's quick, and that's over point. That's a wasted delivery because it becomes a boundary.
And 1 boundary, and suddenly the bowler is under pressure. You must have a bowling plan for each of the batsmen and for the over. Another good straight hit. This is going to run away for another boundary. It's 3 in a row. Wonderful batting by Tarun. Teams get easily rattled in these competitions because of the lack of experience. And Mauritius, of course, playing in their first series of internationals.
Through the gap. He pierces it at the very last minute. Bit of a chase. They come back for 2, and it's 4 more. Floated. It's hit past the bowler, a few bounces, it's 4. They're dealing in boundaries now, Eswatini.
That's your man, come on, let's go, boys.
And the key thing is the first ball of the over. Down on one knee.
So that's the equation at the moment. That's why they're playing the way they are.
Nabil, a final ball. Over, extra cover, beautiful play. It was airborne for a while. Thought he was in, but he goes through for a single to end the over. 100 on the board. In minutes and in balls. I'll tell you who was the culprit there. Adil Butt. This one drilled on the offside. Is then in the gap. Christian, he finds the gap. That's his first boundary.
Partnership of the tournament. Well, the quickest 100 of the tournament. 31 of 14 deliveries. That's this partnership. That's a lovely stroke from Christian.
Ashemi this time around. It's over. Won't have the legs to get to the boundary this time around, but they'll pick up two. This is excellent running. Darren Sandeep, he was short, but he manages to make his ground. Waited, and he's through the gap. That is excellent cricket. Using that bottom hand, using his power, and playing it as late as possible.
That's just unbelievable. See this so many times. Now being positive instead of being tentative, instead of trying to survive, you're looking to go after bowlers, looking to take them down, dominate, dictate.
Clipped away, 4 more.
Leg stump, full toss. They're trying to find out what the equation is. That's what Tarun is asking the change room. What is the equation? How soon do they need to knock these remaining runs off? 23 they need.
Oh yes, mid-wicket. One bounce, 2 bounces, and he almost touched the rope.
Have a look.
Here it is again.
Perfect angle here. Having a look at. Oops. Here we go. Just inside. Well done. Oh, that's 4 runs. It's the thick outside edge. It was wide. It was full. He played the cover drive, got a thick edge, and it's run away down to third man for 4 runs. So that's the 200th 4 in the tournament.
Previously, we saw batsmen go out there, play tentatively. Here, they're swinging their bat through the line, they're hitting it. And of course, you take the risk, but sometimes there's reward, as we see on that occasion. Oh, that's full toss, and it's hit solidly, and it's gone all the way for 4. It split the gap. Full toss. They're invited to be hit.
Just
4
in
runs.
front, yes.
Has that taken the fine edge? It has. And out on 48.
The skipper Seegers, he knows that Tarun's targeting mid-wicket boundary. That's his strength. He pushed him wide outside off stump. Unfortunate for him that he doesn't get to his 50. That is really a well-played innings. He came out with good positive intent and played some beautiful strokes as well. Faint little edge through to the keeper. And Mauritius managed to just stunt that run flow. And can they save the day for themselves?
Shehzad decided to turn it on, so they need 8 of 40.
Square leg coming up into the circle. He's smoked this through the covers. Will it get to the boundary? No, it won't. There's a fielder out there. Stops it. It'll just be the couple.
The power play, 72 for 2. This is a big hit for Shehzad. It clears the 2 fielders. They'll turn for the second.
This could be a matter of a point something, Aslam, to qualify for 3rd place into the finals. Oh, driven back down, and it's dropped. Straight back to the bowler. It's dropped. It's David who's into the attack. David Steddall. He bowled a full delivery, driven back to him, and he was caught a little unexpected. There we go. It's slipped over, and these will surely be the winning runs for Eswatini. They've done the job in 14.2 overs. It's an emphatic victory, it really is, under the circumstances. They went down to the wire, to the final delivery yesterday against Mozambique, and they came out on the wrong side. It was a 6 hit of the final delivery.
They performed in patches with the ball, but eventually 142 is what Mauritius were able to get. But this is the winning scorecard. Scores of 50 by the captain of 22. The match of the innings of the day, no doubt. Great support from Tarun Sandeep. And then 32 of 22 for Christian Forbes, coming off today with big scores. There were those 2 ducks in the middle as well, which created a real wobble in the top order. But in the end, they've made it with 5.4 overs to spare in the competition.
Well, there's 3 teams at the moment with 1 win each, and one of them will go through. Bowling figures for Nabil, 2 for 27, and then 1 apiece for Nuwan Prasad, Vinesh Bai, and for Mark Seegers. And the job was done in 14.2 overs.
Eswatini winning the match by 5 wickets.